area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Marion Everhart, Bobby Spoonster in with you tonight for girls semifinal action. It's the number 1 seed Clopton Lady Hawks taking on number 4 seed Silex Lady Owls. It's a rematch from just actually last week where Clopton went to Silex, got the win there 42-28. We'll see if things are going to go in the Lady Hawks' favor this evening, or if Silex picked up a few ideas of how to take down the number 1 seed. We're going to break it all down for you during the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 pregame show is coming up, brought to you by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, Penrod Real Estate, and Clint Bowen Construction.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Marion Everhart, Bobby Spoonster in with you this evening here at the girls semifinal action between number 1 Clopton and number 4 Silex. The Clopton Lady Hawks got here after they defeated Louisiana opening round night 58-21. Silex had a little bit closer game as they took on number 5 Van Far, but got the win 37-26. Now, Bobby, I mentioned that these two teams met last week where Clopton traveled to Silex and got the win 42-28, but there's been a few changes since then. Looks like Silex has a few injuries.
Yes, I think some of those injuries may pay into a factor tonight when you're looking at the those young guards that the Silex have. They've really made some strides over the last few weeks, and I was pretty impressed with them on Friday night when I saw them play Louisiana. Unfortunately for them, one of those is going to be out tonight. Well,
Tori Mudd, the 5'3" sophomore, who I think I could probably describe as a little bit of a pest on the court. She has a knee injury that is keeping her out this evening. Talked to Coach Sabrina O'Hare, and she said she's not sure if it's going to be season ending. If it's up to Tori Mudd, it will not be, but we know that sometimes those athletic trainers are like, no, this is better for your health if you no. And we're only saying that because Eric Schaefer is sitting right across from us this evening. The other one out is Kristen Baker. She also has a knee injury, and we'll see when she'll make her return to the court. As far as Clopton goes, on Monday night, they played without Mary Margaret Garrett. Do I see her out there? I do not. Yes, I see her out there tonight. She's not in the starting lineup again this evening, so we'll check and see or see if she actually gets any time this evening. One of the people that you talked about a little bit was Lexi Plackmeyer. that she did not play Friday night. Is that correct?
She did not play Friday night, but she is dressed and going through warm-ups right now.
So we'll have to see how this goes. The good news is, from what I understand, it's the same officiating crew these two teams had when they last met. So we'll check them out. Brett Redding, Scott Hansen, and Jason Kaiser are on the court. They will be our Stripes this evening. So again, Clopton got the win last time, 42-28. We're going to take a quick break. When we return here on the Abel's postgame show, we'll hear Keys to the Game from Bobby right around the corner here on Eagle 102.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Liggins Flooring, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Lynn's Heritage House, and Rawls County Mutual Insurance.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate in Louisiana.
Okay, Bobby, so if Silex wants to compete with Clopton tonight, what do they need to do?
These young guards are going to take care of the basketball. There's no secret that Clopton's going to come out and get after him from 94 feet, and they're going to have to take care of the basketball. Sarah Gradicke's going to have to play really big on the inside. She's going to try to have to contend with Kerrigan Lockhart, and there's no secret of the same side. The other thing is if you get Kerrigan Lockhart in foul trouble, it changes a lot for Clopton. So if she's fairly aggressive on that end, I think that would be a key to the game for me if I'm Coach O'Haron.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to be interested to watch tonight. Madeline Bruni, she has had very quick hands. She stepped up this year with those hands, has a lot of steals on for the Lady Hawks this year, and we're going to watch her and see how she puts pressure against these guards. On the other side of that, though, Maddie Hall. She's one of the players that I've kept my eye on for the last couple of years, as she's just a sophomore. But she seems to get in there, and she's pretty aggressive as well. So I can see her getting in there. And, of course, Lexi Plackmeyer. She's been, I don't want to say beating up on the other team, but she is an aggressive player. She's fun to watch. She gets in there. She doesn't mind doing the dirty work that needs to be done inside, outside. And she can really play a key factor in this, too. The problem is Lexi has a tendency to get in foul trouble. And really, with the short bench, with Tori Mudd not being able to come up off the bench this evening, I think one of the big keys is Lexi needs to stay in the basketball game.
I would say so. And I mentioned to see, if she was hurt, if she, how she's going to play on that ankle. I see it's taped up pretty heavy and got a brace on it. So just know how much she's really going to be able to put out tonight would be a key to the game as well.
So again, as always, I know maybe from the coaching experience that you have a little bit of, and I do mean just a little bit of. Girls are going to have to make their free throws.
Yes, you're going to have to shoot the ball well. I mean, you're going to have to make free throws. You're going to have to make layups. That's just sometimes can be an Achilles heel to girls at times, is missing those easy shots. And I think that's teams that score in the paint and score at the line usually come out a winner. All
right, that takes care of your keys to the game. And we'll wrap up our Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show. We have your starting lineups, opening tip, headed up your way next here on Eagle 102.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana. Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Woods Smoke Meats, Mike's Tire and Service Center, the Mercantile Bank, County Market in Vandalia, and McDinger's.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
All right, we're getting ready for our first game of the night here from the Clopton Invitational Tournament. As #1 Clopton is going to take on #4 Silex this evening. We will get ready for the starting lineups for you. We're going to start with the Silex Lady Owls, who are 6-6 on the season. They are starting a 5'5 sophomore wearing #1, Rita Thurman. A 5'8 freshman wearing number 3, Abigail Mooney. A 5'8 sophomore wearing number 11, Maddie Hall. A 5'7 senior wearing number 14, Julia Gradicky. And a 6' sophomore wearing number 25, Sarah Gradicky. So we've got Thurman, Mooney, Hall, Gradicky, and Gradicky, of course, will call the sisters by their first names when they're on the court together. They're doing the final introductions here in the gym for them as Sarah gets introduced. And now we will move on to the Clopton Lady Hawks. They are 11-6 on the season. They are starting a 5'2 senior wearing number 11, Taylor Akers. A 5'6 sophomore wearing number 24, Shanna Yates. A 5'5 sophomore wearing number 33, Madeline Bruni. A 5'10 senior wearing number 35, Kerrigan Lockard. And a 5'7 senior wearing number 40, Logan Hall. So they'll have Akers, Yates, Bruni, Lockard, and Hall for the Clopton Lady Hawks. Might let you know of one schedule change tonight. Number 3 Winfield was supposed to be taking on number 7 North Callaway. However, Winfield did not have school today. Therefore, they were not allowed to play this evening. So they actually had to forfeit their game, which means that North Callaway moves on to that consolation game on Friday night over in the middle school gym.
I'm pretty sure North Callaway probably wasn't too upset about that, having to drive over here tonight.
Yeah, I thought probably the same thing as well. I mean, I don't blame them. So we were kind of worried, let's be honest, if we were playing tonight anyway. That snow wasn't very nice. So we're going to be Sarah Gradicky is going to be jumping center against Lockard. Clopton will be moving from our right to left here. And we are ready to get set here for our first set of action this evening. Don't forget, Mark Froenig, Jim Ross have the call for you as Louisiana Lady Bulldogs are taking on Van Far in the other gym. That game you can be heard on the radio at 102.1. Akers has the basketball. She gets it over to the far wing to Bruni. Bruni working against what they set was a little bit of a trap there as Akers has it now back between the circles. Brings it with the left hand on the near side down low to Yates. Yates in the short corner, picks up her dribble, needs some help, tries to make some room as she's in a tad bit of trouble. They throw ball high, but it gets it to Akers. Bruni now takes it back to the other side. She's about even with Silex's bench. Picks up her dribble between the circles is Akers. She finds Yates over in the far corner, back to Bruni. Bruni's going to penetrate, kick it to Akers. Akers thought about shooting the three. Instead, she shuffled her feet and picked up the first turnover of the night for the Lady Hawks. So Thurman going to bring the ball down for Silex. She's picked up by Akers, brings it to the near side. as far as height goes, I think that it's safe to say that Silex has a little bit of a height advantage. Here's Logan Hall's guarding against Hall. They hand it off to Mooney. Mooney at the elbow, backs it up behind the arc. She's guarded in there by Bruni. Now near side with it to Sarah. Sarah trying to work around Lockhart. Back up top to Mooney. The man-to-man defense is giving them just a little bit of a headache as they're trying to get their offense moving here as we just got started in this one. We've only played a little over a minute, and there's a steal by Lockhart. She's going to take it all the way down. Her shot's up. It's off the front of the rim. It's no good. With the rebound is Silex. So Mooney gets it to Thurman. Thurman will walk it across the timeline where she'll be met by Akers. Crossover dribble, takes it to the far side, hands it off to Hall. Hall brings it back near side as they kind of look to work a weave, but she didn't have anybody to ditch it off to. So she finds Gradicke. That's Sarah at the free throw line. Her putback, her shot is no good. Lockhart with the rebound. She brings it across the timeline, dishes it off to Yates, near corner with it to Bruni. Bruni from the block extended back on the wing to Akers, and Akers throws it too high for Lockhart. And I think that's just Clopton needing to calm down.
Yeah, it's just kind of both teams are kind of out of sorts a little bit. I don't think maybe Clopton expected the 2-3 trap coming. It's kind of a little something different from Silex than you've seen them play in the past.
I'm going to tell you what, they ended up reversing their call, saying Silex got a hand on it. Scott Hansen, Chad Redding talked about it, and they reversed the call, so now Clopton will have it at the end of Silex's bench. We're still scoreless with 6:10 to go in the first quarter. Akers all alone up between the circles. Brings it near side to Lockhart. Lockhart back to Akers. Akers all the way down, kicks out to Yates. Yates pulls up for the long three. It's off the mark. With the rebound is Hall. Hall outlets to Mooney. Now back to Thurman. This time Akers meets Thurman in the backcourt. She brings it to the near side, works it on the wing. Hands it off to Mooney. Mooney's being chased by Bruni. That's a tongue twister. Mooney picks up her dribble. Now finds Thurman. Thurman in the paint, and she's going to travel. So turnovers, why not a whole lot of them right now? They need to probably stop the bleeding on those before they get out of hand, and that's really just slow down the pace of the ball game a little bit. Akers going to come across, swings it to Bruni over at the head of Silex's bench. Down the far corner to Yates. Yates back up to Bruni, back near side with it, in the near corner to Hall. Hall skips it cross court to Bruni. She thought about the three, couldn't quite get her feet set. Now to Yates. Yates back up top to Bruni, now to Akers between the circles. Hall from the block extended. She pulls up. Her shot's long. And we're going to have a foul. Shanna Yates is going to pick up her first on the night. So Yates made contact on the rebound. And here comes Akers into the backcourt. Thurman going to run, brings it across, and she runs right into Yates. She spins, gets it to Hall on the far side. Hall's going to travel. So that's back-to-back travel calls for the Lady Owls. And I was wondering when that trap was going to come in from Clopton.
Yeah, watching it earlier, I'm like, they need to speed the game up a little bit. Obviously, Silex was struggling with the pressure the last few possessions.
Hall finds Bruni. Bruni's feet are set this time. She wants a three. It's off the back of the rim. No good. With the rebound was Yates. She kicks it to Akers. Akers wants the three. It's high arcing, and it goes up and touches the guide wire, but comes right down in the hands of Thurman. So Akers again going to try to push her to the near side where she finds Bruni. Bruni comes up, adds a little bit of pressure, and now that she's in a trap and finds Gradicke. We got a timeout on the court as Coach O'Haron wants to talk to her Lady Owls. We'll hear from some of our sponsors. We're still scoreless with 4.5 to go here in the first as you're listening to the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent, Midwest Heating and Cooling, Spring Valley Accounting, and Advanced Eye Care.
Well, so glad to see that Kerrigan Locker took her extra 15 seconds there to get that ankle bracelet tied up. So Silex inbounds the ball. They get to Thurman. Thurman working against Akers. She lobs over to Mooney, right, even with Clopton's bench. Mooney in the far corner with it to Plackmeyer, who's checked into the game. Plackmeyer shots off the mark. Here comes Yates. Yates in control, throws it up to Akers. Akers working against Thurman. She tries to avoid the trap, a bounce pass, and she throws it away. Ends up in the hands of the Lady Owls. So Mooney hands it back to Thurman. Garrett and Smith set to check at the next dead ball as Mooney has it over, takes it down, dishes it off to Hall. Hall pulls up for the shot. It rolls around. It's no good. With the rebound is Lockard. And I'm beginning to think nobody wants to put the ball in the hole tonight because we're still scoreless with 3:47 to go here in the first quarter. Hall with it now on the block, extended on the near side, back up to Bruni. Bruni brings it around to Akers. Akers in the far corner to Lockard. She wants a three to start things off, and it's no good. Back to Akers again. Top of the key. Back to Lockard. Lockard takes it down inside, tries to draw the foul. She does. She's going to go to the free throw line. She'll get a chance to shoot two, and maybe that'll get something going for the team.
You know, that's a veteran player there. Obviously, you're 0 for 4 going into doing that. You put the ball on the floor and get to the rim, get to the free throw line, hopefully get there some rhythm going.
Maddie Hall picks up her first foul of the night, and I don't know why the Chins keep taking little PJ away. She just wants to come talk on the radio with us. Well, Lockard's first free throw shot's no good. So Yates and Hall comes out as Smith and Garrett check in. Looks like we had another substitution as Taya Williams comes in the basketball game for Maddie Hall as well. Lockard's second free throw shot's on the way. This time she gets it, and Clopton gets on the board, and we've got a 1-0 lead here for the Hawks. With it over in the far wing is Mooney. Mooney's in a trap right in front of Coach Street, and they get to Thurman. Thurman's not in much better position. She just happened to be at the half-court line, and it looks like Smith is going to pick up a foul. We'll see. Yep, that's who they pull up, and they're going to give Brea Smith her first foul of the night. Second team foul as Mooney gets it to Thurman. Thurman at the half-court line, back to Mooney, and the near corner to Plackmeyer. She wants the three. It's long. Chasing down the loose basketball is Williams. Williams feeds it out to Thurman at the end of Clopton's bench. Back up top between the circles to Mooney. Back to Thurman again. Thurman on the far side as Clopton's gone down to his zone defense. Plackmeyer skips it near side to Mooney. Finds Gradicke at the elbow. Back out to Thurman. Thurman puts the ball on the court, takes it down, backs back up behind the arc. Now Plackmeyer again. Plackmeyer's feet are set. She wants a shot. It's too hard off the rim, and it's Lockard with the rebound. Lockard pushes it up. She looks like she's going all the way. Nope, she bounce passes off to Smith. Smith creates some room. Her shot's up and good. Brea Smith with 2 on the night, and Clopton takes a 3-point lead. It's 3-0, 2:27 to go in the first. Thurman met at the half-court line by Smith and Akers as she falls down, and it's going to be a travel. She just had no room to go. No. She had to pull up there, and there was no place to go
with it. And I think that the little diamond half-court trap has really caused some issues for Silex right here in the last 2.5 minutes.
So Akers finds Lockard over in the far corner. Back up top to Akers. She's in the middle of Clopton's bench. Brings it near side to Bruni. Bruni backs it up just a little bit. She's working around trying to avoid the trap, but she gets to Akers at the timeline. Akers takes it down, weaves it all the way in the paint. Bounce passes to Lockard, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Kerrigan. So back to the Owls with 1:58 to go in the first quarter. I didn't think I'd ever call a game with these two teams where the score's 3-0. Mooney with it. Takes it over the far side, and Bruni and Akers get the trap in. They get the ball off, however, to Thurman. Thurman brings it near side. Now it's Smith, and Akers putting the trap up. Plackmeyer has it along the baseline. She runs right into Garrett, and Garrett reaches in there, grabs hold for life, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the Lady Owls. 3-0 is our score. Hawks on top. 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. Maddie Hall set to check back in this basketball game. She's going to come in and relieve Thurman. Mooney to inbound the ball for the Lady Owls as they're set up in a box. She smacks it. Looks like Clopton's gone back to some man-to-man defense here as Mooney doesn't get the call off, and that's 5 seconds. So it's another turnover for the Lady Owls. Bruni to I did it again.
Akers.
To Akers. This is like the third game I have called Taylor Akers Lockard, and I have no idea why. Lockard with it now, driving the baseline, spins it out, and she's going to step on the out-of-bounds line. So another turnover for Clopton. That's their 4th here in the first quarter. Plackmeyer handles the ball, dishes it off to Mooney, still in the backcourt. They find Plackmeyer in the middle. She gets the ball's actually kicked, and it's going to come away, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Lockard. As she dove in for the basketball, that is the numbers they hold up. So that'll be the 4th foul for Clopton, as the Owls still only have 1 here with 1:18 to go in the first. And now it's going to be Bruni picking up the foul. I feel like we're getting close to the Oprah situation here, where you get a foul, everybody gets a foul. 3-0 still our score. Silex to inbound the basketball. Mooney looks. She jumps up, throws it up in there, and it's Gradicke. That's Sarah that comes and grabs it. Sarah going to take it to the hole all the way down. Her shot's up and good.
That's a big second foul right there on Locker. That's why you don't go try to get that first one when she jumped in on that pile there late, and she got that first foul, and then you get that one right there where you're just trying to make a play on the ball, and that's a huge second foul right now.
Sarah Gradicke with her first 2 points of the night, and she had a nice little shot there. She's going to go to the free throw line for the and one. Checking back in the basketball game for Lockard now is Logan Hall. Gradicke's free throw shot is on the money, and we are tied at 3 apiece here in the first with 1:10 to go in the quarter. So Akers takes over to the far side. She works it around, dishes it off to Smith. Smith down in the corner in some trouble. Excuse me, that's Bruni. And Coach Streed wants to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. With a minute exactly to go here in this first quarter, we're knotted at 3-all as you're listening to the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Bolin Chevrolet, Community State Bank of Missouri, Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, and La Crosse Lumber Company.
Well, nothing's been even close to decided even in this quarter, because we're tied at 3 apiece with a minute to go in the first, and it's Silex's basketball, and I'm not real sure really on either team what the actual issue is here, but we do know that Kerrigan Lockhart is going to be sitting for quite a while. She picked up her second foul, and the first quarter's not even over.
Yeah, that's never a good sign. I guarantee you Coach Street is not very happy with that right now.
With it is Smith. She gets it to Akers on the near side. Oh, I thought it was Silex ball. Apparently it's Clopton's ball. They are who called the timeout. So much has happened since then. Pass is taken away as Bruni tried to get it off. And now Bruni's going to pick up her second foul. And that's
that one's a 50-50 right there. I don't know. It's a pretty hard call. She was pretty far underneath the basket to make that decision at that point. But
that's why we get to sit up here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So Thurman's first free throw shot is off the mark. She'll get a second. And Shanna Yates is going to come in and give Bruni some time off as well, so Bruni doesn't pick up a third foul quickly. So Thurman stands at the free throw line, puts her toe even. No dribbles, shot directly on the way, and we've got a lane violation against Silex, so that one won't count either. So we still remain 3-all here with 45 ticks to go in the first. Smith to Akers. Akers will be picked up by Thurman as Silex has gone to the 1-3-1 zone. They get it over to Yates, back out to Akers. Akers skips it near side to Smith. Smith back to Akers again. She takes it in, kicks it out to Yates. Yates shots up on the way, and it's off the rim. It's no good. Plackmeyer with the rebound. Now, really, this is where Sarah Gradicke and Lexi Plackmeyer need to step up with Kerrigan Lockhart off the court. They got really Garrett and Hall to go against, and they have the height advantage.
On cue,
and there's Garrett with her foul. As Plackmeyer took it to the hole which is what we were wanting her to do. She draws a foul, and that is the 7th team foul for Clopton here in the first, as Plackmeyer tries to get over this tied game, and her first one's up and no good. We talked about free throw shooting.
Free throws and layups in the beginning of this game,
and they weren't listening.
A very good start, no.
3-all with 8.7 seconds to go here in the first. Second one's no good. Yates with the rebound. Yates throws it up to Akers. Akers rips it away from Plackmeyer, takes in the paint. She pulls it up, tries to bank it in. Nothing there. Garrett there for the putback, and it's good at the buzzer. So Mary Margaret Garrett at least gets the Lady Hawks away from the tie, as I can't believe I'm going to say this. The first quarter ends. Clopton leads Silex 5-3. We've got second quarter action heading your way next from the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by All Parts, Bowling Green Lumber, Sun Window Company, Abel's Quick Shops, and Pike County Title Company.
Well, Bobby, I see Lockard back out on the court. What kind of instructions do you think she was given?
I'm pretty sure she probably said, you're a senior, and you better be able to play with 2 fouls and get us at least a halftime with 2 fouls, so use your head, kid.
So here we go. Akers with the basketball for the Hawks. Thurman guarding him. They're still in the 1-3-1. Gives it to Bruni. Bruni's also back on the court. She was probably given much of the same lecture as,
I would say so.
Move your feet, watch your hands, keep your feet on the court. Here comes Lockard. She loses a handle underneath, and they're going to say it's kicked. So it'll stay with Clopton. So looks like Silex content to stay in their zone defense. Everybody needs to move. As Shanna Yates smacked the ball over. They get it into Lockard. Her shot's up and good. Give her 2 more here on the night. She's got 3. Long pass up to Gradicke Sarah. She's guarded by Garrett. Picks up her dribble, lobs it back up to Mooney. Mooney takes it between the circles. Maddie Hall was open. They missed her. Now Garrett comes up and puts some pressure on her. Looks like we've got a man-to-man defense going on here from the Hawks as Thurman picks up. Finds Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer takes it down. She shoots over top of Lockard. Shots up, it's no good, and we're going to pick up a over-the-back foul on Gradicke, I believe. Nope, I think he held up once. I think that's Maddie Hall.
Yep.
And that'll be her second. So, again, 1-3-1 from Silex with Thurman up top, and then in the middle you got Plackmeyer, Gradicke, and Mooney, and then at the bottom is Hall. So Yates with it. Back up top to Bruni, swings it to Akers. Akers thought about the 3 instead, skips it back over to Yates. Yates finds Lockard. Lockard, bounce pass in the paint to Garrett, back out on the elbow, extended to Bruni, and it's good. So now they found the hole a little bit, and here comes Mooney. Throws a long pass up to Gradicke. Gradicke too far under, but she makes it work. Sarah Gradicke with a second bucket tonight. Makes it 9-5. We've got 6:39 to go here in the first half. Here comes Akers again. Brings it up to Bruni. Bruni takes it to the other side to Yates. Yates in the middle of Silex's bench. Back to Bruni, now to Akers. Akers down low from the block, extended to Lockard. Akers again. Now Yates, a long 3 on the way. It's off the mark, and Hall with the rebound. Hall pulls it down. She kicks it to Thurman. Thurman picked up again by Akers, brings it to the near side where Bruni came in to try to get the steal. Plackmeyer finds Gradicke at the elbow. Gradicke goes down. She shoots over top of everybody. It's too hard. It's Garrett with the rebound.
Looks to me like they're going to try to take it as Lockard as much as possible. In the last 3 possessions, they've went through Gradicke.
Well, I'll tell you, and that's smart on Silex's part. That's what I would do. If you were looking to beat them, you get her on the bench. Yates with it on the far wing, finds Lockard in the corner. She comes out to Yates. Yates brings it back. Penetrates, dishes it off to Akers, now to Bruni. Back to Yates. Yates pulls up. Her shot's off the front of the rim. Chasing down the loose basketball was Lockard, but it already couldn't get there quite in time, so it's going back to the Owls. Yates comes out, and Smith comes in. We got another timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. 5.5 to go here in the first half. Clopton leads Silex 9-5. You're listening to Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament Action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, B&B Automotive, Center Locker Service, Nutrient Ag Solutions, and Orff Construction.
Well, Bobby, this is going to be a little different as Clopton's full court pressure now.
Yeah.
Silex gets it. Actually has no trouble breaking it to the point of it's going to bounce off of Smith's head.
Yes.
Now, look, I know you've got some daughters coming up playing basketball. If they have another teammate whose hair is a similar color, a similar length, can you have them style their hair a little different?
Yeah, it's kind of important to do.
Yeah, Smith and Bruni get me every time. And there's another turnover, travel call for Silex. Every time, those poor girls.
That ponytail's right there on top of their head.
Yeah, it is, and it covers their numbers, and they're both 30-something. Bruni with it now. Bruni working against it. She's looking, skips it over the far side to Smith. Smith inside to Garrett, out to Akers. Akers wants the three. It's off the mark. Garrett fights for the rebound, but Maddie Hall comes away with it. Hall, we talked about in the pregame, she's pretty beastly underneath that basket. She does a good job underneath there. So Thurman with it now for the Lady Owls. She takes it to the far wing, spins back to center court, hands it off to Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer in a little bit of trouble. She puts the ball on the court, dribbles it with the left hand, takes it off and hands it to Mooney. Mooney brings it back near side, and Brea Smith runs into her and then grabs her to help her so she doesn't fall down. That was so nice of her. Gradicke takes it in. Her shot's too hard. Gets her own rebound, kicks it back out to Plackmeyer. Now in the hands of Thurman. Thurman swings it over the far side to Hall. Hall looks inside to Plackmeyer, and Plackmeyer's going to travel. So, again, turnovers for the Lady Owls, causing some problems here with 4:25 to go in the first half. Logan Hall's coming in. Nope. Oh, they're telling her she can't come in. Okay. So with it is Akers. Akers to Smith, or excuse me, Bruni on the near side. Mound on the near side to Bruni. Smith. Okay. Back to Lockard. Lockard shot's up. It's short. With the rebound is Lockard. She's behind the three-point line. She kind of thought for a second about putting it right back up. Bruni with it on the far wing now brings it near side to Akers. Akers steps in, kicks it to Smith. Smith. Back up top to Akers. We know Smith can hit it from there, so I was kind of shocked that she didn't try. And Lockard tries to drive the line, and Maddie Hall's going to pick up her third foul. Caribbean made sure to hit the buzzer twice so they saw Hall this time.
Yeah.
Smith comes out, right? Yes. Smith comes out. Logan Hall comes back in. So Bruni will have the inbound honors. She looks, waits for the offense to move, gets it up top to Garrett. Garrett to Locker, to Akers. Akers. Download to Hall.
That was a great pass.
A little miscommunication between Akers and Hall, and it goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Lady Indiana. Apparently,
Hawks.
I'm just all kinds of screwed up tonight. Apparently, I need to reset as well. The Hawks, yes. Oh, man, I'll catch some trouble for that one. Gradicke with it on the near wing now. She looks inside, nothing there. Back between the circles to Mooney. Mooney looks for the call from Coach Heron. Thurman in the near corner with it to Plackmeyer. It's knocked away, but in the hands of Plackmeyer again. Skips it back up top to Mooney. Mooney's going to take it to the far side. On the wing, bounce pass down low. Plackmeyer sees saw the baseline. She was rolling, lost a handle. It rolled out of bounds and happened to go out of bounds where she was the last one to touch it. So it's another turnover for the Lady Owls. 3:18 to go here in the half. Akers across the timeline. Finds Garrett. Garrett's all alone underneath the basket, and she got her. Mary Margaret Garrett with another 2 on the night, give her 4, and it's a 6-point lead for Clopton, the largest lead of the night. Still working on that trap are the Lady Hawks. They get to Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer skips it across to Mooney. Mooney wants a 3. It's off the back of the rim. Thurman with the rebound. Back to Mooney again. She takes it between the circles to reset. Skips it to Thurman down low to Williams, who's in the game, and Taya Williams takes it off the glass. 11-7 is our score. 2.5 to go in the half. Akers finds Lockard. Lockard in the paint. She tries to go up and draw the foul. Got nothing. Went out of bounds. Last touch by Silex, though. So Clopton will keep it under their own basket. Akers on the near side. Gets it right into Hall. Hall looks. Finds Lockard. Lockard skips it to Bruni over to Akers. Akers goes down, and she's going to be fouled. That foul's going to go against Williams. Taya Williams tried to cut off that baseline, but unfortunately didn't get there in time, and Akers kind of ran her over. And Bruni will now inbound the ball for the Lady Hawks. 2:19 to go here in the first half. They get it right into Lockard. Lockard, she goes up. Her shot short. Hall's there, but it's Williams that comes away. She loses a handle on the ball, and it ends up to Hall, and then she skips it to Akers. Akers drains the 3. So there's the first 3 of the night from the Hawks, and it's a 7-point lead of 14-7. 1:58 to go here in the half. Gradicke cross court to Williams. It was just out of her reach. It was a nice idea as Williams was alone on the block down there. Just stretched around a little too much. Akers comes back the other direction. She takes it to the far wing, and they're going to say she traveled. Well, they cut down their turnovers here in the second quarter.
We have been much better on both ends in the second quarter on turnovers, that's for sure.
Yates comes in as Lockard's going to have a seat. With 1:48, there's, as you talked about before, no need in her looking to pick up her third foul. Thurman to Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer skips it to Mooney. Mooney to Thurman between the circles. She lobs it to Gradicke at the elbow. Gradicke kicks it back out to Mooney. Mooney's looking for Plackmeyer. She runs the baseline, decides to go back to Thurman. I thought Thurman was an outside shooter.
Yeah, she has not looked to attempt any of those tonight.
No, I mean, and she's way back. Gradicke shot's on the way. It rolls around. It's no good. Garrett with the rebound. Kicks it out to Bruni. Bruni races into the front court. Crossover drill, brings it back center court. Now she works around, finds Akers in the middle of Silex's bench. Down in the corner to Garrett. Garrett back up top to Akers. Akers works it around, near side with it to Yates. Yates finds Bruni. Bruni wants a 3, and it's net. So Bruni gets her first tray of the night, and it's 17-7, 10 points, the largest lead for the Hawks as Gradicke has the ball. Gets it to Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer waits till the defense jumps, and then she works underneath them. She takes it all the way down. Her shot off the glass is no good. It's going to go out of bounds. And, no, it didn't. Shannon Yates saved it from going out of bounds. Down to 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Akers hollers at the play. The 1-3-1 still in place from Silex, but they're kind of cheating a little bit as Akers moves around trying to get away from Thurman. Looks like they're going to try and go for the last shot as Akers takes it in and backs it up. Takes it in and backs it up. Everybody else is kind of just staying in their own little spots. Yates is going to have it. She'll dish it off to Bruni. Bruni will wait and give it back to Akers. Akers takes it to the elbow, kicks it to Garrett, back to Yates, swings it near side to Bruni. Bruni wants another 3. It's off the back of the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Mooney with 3.8 seconds to go, and they're going to put Lockard back in here because they're going to want to get it right into her and her go straight up.
Yeah, I think that's probably the plan.
In fact, I'll be anxious to see if she just takes a step back and they lob it to her. Nope, she's actually going to move. And they actually get it into Garrett. Garrett goes up. Her shot rolls around it, no good. With the rebound is Gradicke. And that is how the second quarter ends. Clopton heads into the locker room for halftime, up by 10. 17-7 is your score. We've got your Cellular Satellite Center halftime report coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, Bobby, what started out as not that pretty of a first quarter kind of got a little more exciting in the second half. At the end of the first quarter, the score was 5-3.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was happy with that on either side.
5-3, lots of turnovers by both clubs in that first half. They seemed to kind of reel it in a little bit here in the second, and Clopton went on basically a 12-4 scoring spree here, and they end up at the half in the lead 17-7. And I think probably some of that comes from the pressure Clopton ended up putting on in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, when they went to that diamond half-court trap, it really changed the dynamic of the game. It kind of put Silex back on their heels, and I think that they are, Clopton's a team that likes to play out of pressure and get up and down the floor a little bit, and obviously with Lockhart having to go to the bench and Bruni, it changes the way they play. But obviously, if I'm a Coach O'Haron, and I'm in the locker room going, you know what, for honestly all but the last minute and a half where they hit those 2 threes, we've played really well to stay in this ball game, guys. So I don't think she's going to be overly upset when she's talking to her team at halftime.
Probably more about taking care of the basketball.
Yeah.
Taking care of the basketball, good shot decisions. And really, Sarah Gradicke, she's leading the Owls right now with 5 of the 7 points. And we talked about her needing to get those points underneath. And they're doing all the things right by taking the ball to Lockhart, who had 2 fouls in the first half. Actually, she had them in the first quarter. She managed to play the second quarter without getting a foul. Now, the only concern that I would have if I'm the Owls is that Maddie Hall has 3 fouls.
Yeah, that's kind of a concern. She's played really well. I mean, she doesn't show up on the stat line every night for points, but her ability to rebound the basketball is huge.
All right, we're going to take a quick break on the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report. When we return, we'll take a look at the scoring from the first half and bring you up to date with what's going on this evening as we had a little bit of a bracket change. We'll tell you all about that next here on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Evans Insurance Agency, Silex Banking Company, Eolia Landscape Supply, and Lincoln County Farmers Cooperative.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
At the half, our number 1 seed, Clopton Lady Hawks, are leading our number 4 seed, Silex Lady Owls, by the score of 17-7. We'll get an update from the other gym as number 8 Louisiana's taking on number 5 Van Far here in just a little bit. The one change we had to the bracket tonight, Bobby, was the fact that Winfield, our number 3 seed, who was upset by Bowling Green in the opening round, they were supposed to take on number 7 North Callaway this evening. However, with the snow and weather, it's my understanding that I think Winfield didn't have school today, and they have a very strict no school, no activities policy, so they couldn't come this evening, so they had to forfeit the game, which means North Callaway will go on to face the winner of the Van Far, Louisiana game Friday night in the consolation game in the middle school gym.
Yeah, being an AD in that conference, Winfield, when they're not in school, they're not going to play, and so I knew that probably was going to be a problem today for everyone when I saw that they weren't in school.
When I tell you what, there's a couple times throughout the day today I kind of wondered if we were going to have the tournament tonight, but I tell you what, hats off to everybody for making it happen. The weather, Mother Nature decided to just knock it off right about the right time so that they could get the roads clear. I know I heard a couple of grumblings going on. I was like, oh, why? Well, this is why. Sometimes you can actually wait it out.
Yeah, it was one of those things. It was the timing of it was so, when it happened, it wasn't really before school. It was after we already were at school, and then what do? I mean, everybody's already there. You don't want to get them out and have them driving in the middle of it. So
yeah, absolutely. We talk about that, too. It's safety first, no matter how we may view it, a couple different things. Our second game tonight, number 2 Ellsbury will take on number 6 Bowling Green. And, Bobby, I think that game could be pretty interesting. Bowling Green seems to be finding their way.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're taking on a new coach with new philosophy, and by the middle of the year, they're starting to hit their stride and figuring out what he expects out of them. And Carrie's going to have her kids defensively sound. They do struggle to score. That's nothing that nobody doesn't understand, that they struggle to score, but defensively they're as good and physical as we see around here. So, I think it will be a very good game tonight, and unless just speaking from experience, Bowling Green kids tend to show up this week.
Well, that's kind of what Jim Ross keeps calling it, the Bowling Green magic at the tournament. The Bowling Green teams, of course, Bowling Green boys upset Louisiana last night, a game that went into overtime when the two teams met in December. That game went into overtime. Bowling Green basically handled Louisiana last night, so they upset a number 4 seed. So they're still playing on the championship side of the bracket. So we'll see where that game goes. This evening, again, we'll start that game at 7 o'clock. Again, reminder, games do not start early, so keep that in mind. 6:45 will be our pregame right here on KJFMradio.com and on air at 102.1. That's going to take care of the Cellular Satellite Center halftime report. We've got second half action coming your way next here on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Perkins Electrical Service, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Kayla Caldwell, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, member SIPC.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Louisiana Auto Sales and Rentals, A Taste of Philly, Airco Convenience Centers, Magruder Limestone Company, and One Multi-Sports Complex.
We're ready to start the second half. Silex will have the basketball to start things off as they get it into Thurman. Thurman to Mooney. Mooney right in the near corner. Long three-point shot on the way. That was from Julia Gradicke, who's back in. The rebound's no good. Clopton takes it to the other end, and Bruni takes it to the hole to start things off. So Madeline Bruni with another 2 to start this one. And it's a 19-7 basketball game as a pressure is being applied right out the gates this time by Clopton.
They came out with a different mentality than they had in the first half.
I think there's probably what they have. The coming to Jesus talk took place in that locker room. Gradicke goes to the hole. That's Sarah. Her shot's up and good. Give her 2 more on the night. She's got 7 of the 9. Akers back the other direction, near side with it to Bruni. Bruni looks inside, nothing there, takes it down to the corner, back up top with it to Akers, and it's out of her reach. And really, Akers kind of slipped a little bit. She and Bruni talked about it. They're on track next time. So Mooney's going to inbound to Thurman. Akers lets her get it in. And then they get it to Mooney. Mooney takes over the far side. Back near side to Thurman in the near corner. Once again, Julia Gradicke. She wants the 3. It's off the rim. With the rebound is Lockard. Lockard looks. She thought about throwing it up and shook her head real quick. I think she's wants to bounce pass it to Hall, back out to Akers. Akers thought about the 3, turns around, bounce pass to Hall at the free throw line. She tries to get it down low to Locker, and it's taken away by Silex, and that's one of the ones where they're just trying to get her to the ball. Forced it in there a little bit. Ball's into Mooney's hands now for the Owls. To Sarah in the paint. She kicks it out to Julia. Back up top with it to Thurman. Thurman guarded by Akers. Now to Julia again. Her shot's on the way. She's trying for that 3. It's just not falling for her. And most nights she's able to hit that one. Here comes Lockard back the other direction. Brings it across the timeline. Bounce pass down low to Garrett. Garrett finds Lockard. Lockard takes it to the hole. Her shot's up and good. Give Kerrigan 2 more on the night.
And you notice that Clopton's getting the ball going toward the rim a little bit more in the second half, where they're not settling for an outside jump shot.
So with the basketball is Mooney. Mooney picks up her dribble. She's guarded by Bruni. Again, Thurman, I don't know what's going on that we haven't seen her try to knock down one like Mooney. And that's a 3. So Mooney's on track now. She got her first tray of the night. Makes it a 21-12 game. With it over the far side's Bruni. Bruni bounce pass into Hall. Out to Akers. Another 3. It's nothing but net.
We scored more points in the last 45 seconds than we scored in the whole first quarter.
That is a very fine point. Thurman over to Gradicke. Back up top with it to Thurman. To Julia Gradicke. Here's another 3 on the way. It's off the mark with the rebound is Sarah. Sarah's putback. It spins. Has a nasty spin on it. Just doesn't follow her direction. Lockard pushes it up to Akers. Akers on the wing. Skips it over the far side to Bruni. Bruni eyes the 3. It's short. Ball's loose. Coming away with it is Garrett. Garrett tries to put it back. It's no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Owls. I know we put up more points. Like you said, more points here in the not even a full minute than they did we know more in the first quarter. Logan Hall comes out. Shannon Yates returns. She smacks the ball. She's got to get into somebody. Now she finds Akers. Back to Yates. Back to Akers. A little pitch and catch between the two. Between the circles, they find Lockard. She steps into the paint. Her shot short. Ball's loose, and it's Shannon that comes away with it. Yates dishes it to Akers. Another 3. It's off the back of the rim. Lockard chases down the loose ball to Bruni. Bruni near side with it. No, it's taken away by Thurman. Thurman needs some help, and she picks up her dribble, and she gets it from Mooney. And back got a little travel there, didn't she?
Yeah.
Those nice long legs were able to extend and keep her in there. Julia Gradicke from the corner, and it's no good. Sarah's with the rebound. Sarah takes it over. Oh, they're calling a foul on Thurman. I didn't even hear the whistle. I'm still excited. I thought we were still going.
Yeah, I didn't hear it at all.
Well, they said Rita Thurman picked up her first foul. So Akers back the other direction. Finds Garrett all alone. She was too far underneath the basket, and I'm afraid Maddie Hall just picked up her 4th foul. That's the number they throw up, and that's just not good for the Lady Owls. So Garrett heads to the charity stripe. She's going to get to shoot 2. And so Garrett stands there. She dribbles a couple times, spins the ball in her hand. First free throw shot's on the way is good. So Garrett, oh no, what are we doing here? Well, I heard a whistle. Oh, now here comes Taya Williams. She's going to come in for Hall. Man, I hate to see Maddie Hall head to the bench. And she'll have to sit there for quite a while. She picks up her 4th. We saw 4:16 to go here in the 3rd. As Garrett spins it again. Shot on the way. rolls around, hits the front of the rim, kind of hangs tight because it wants to give you that dramatic effect. It falls good. 26-12 is our score. 14 is the biggest lead of the night. Long pass up to Julia, and Julia double dribbles. It's the first turnover of the second half for Silex. So with the basketball is Akers. Akers again brings it to the near side, finds Lockhart from the block extended along the baseline. In a trap, and she tries to pass it out to Akers, and lucky for her, it bounces off of Thurlman's leg and goes out of bounds, so Clopton keeps possession. So Akers inbound. They find Garrett. Garrett shots high. It goes off the other side. Gradicke, Sarah with the rebound. She outlets to Julian, then hands it to Thurlman. Thurlman comes back the other direction. She penetrates and picks up her dribble, and she lost it right there as Gradicke's going to move around. She wants to kick it back. No, she spins, takes it herself. Shot's just a little hard off the back of the rim. And here comes Yates. Throws it up to Bruni. Bruni got in a little trouble there. She was trying to hold up to throw the ball, but her pivot foot kind of got a little slippery. Akers back to Bruni. Another three's on the way. It's off the rim. No good. Lockhart's going to chase it down, but it's going to go out of bounds. So I like seeing Taylor Akers trying to mentor the younger Bruni, because we talked about it. Bobby is, the ball handling wise, Clopton's going to lose a big key player there when Akers graduates. They need somebody to fill that shoe.
And I honestly think, Madeline is one of the most underrated players. She does a lot of little things that people don't really notice. You're just watching a game, but if you really study what she does throughout the game, she does a lot of things to help this bunch.
I think she's the one that's going to end up stepping up and filling that role. Now, what we hope we don't lose is her ability to steal the basketball. Shot was on the way from Silex. It was no good. With the rebound was Garrett. Garrett throws it up to Akers, or actually Bruni to Akers. Now Bruni once again. Dribbles with the left hand, dishes it off to Lockhart. Lockhart back to Bruni. Bruni swings it, but it's knocked away and ends up right in the hands of Akers. Now Lockhart wants another shot. It's short, and it's a good block there by Sarah Gradicke to keep Lockhart from getting the basketball. She takes it across the timeline and pulls up, and there's a steal.
On cue.
Bruni with the steal. She's got it now in the hands of Akers. Akers takes it in. She stops. Tries to feed it down low. Back-to-back turnovers here. And Thurlman takes it all the way, and she'll stop. Pop for two. It's up and good. Rita Thurlman gets in the scorebooks tonight. 26-14, 2:10 to go in the third. Hawks on top. With it is Bruni. Tries to feed it down low to Lockhart, and Lockhart's going to get a little help to the ground by Sarah Gradicke, but as always, Sarah reaches down, helps her up. Unfortunately, that's going to be Sarah's first foul. Yep, I thought it was going to second.
One thing I've noticed is Plaquemire hadn't come back in the game in the first half. I wonder if that halftime tightened up that ankle or what. Why she hasn't been back in the game.
That is a good question. It did take her a little while to get in the first half, and we'll see. I'm hoping that that ankle injury is not something that lingers for the rest of the season. We had a jump ball underneath the basket. Possession arrow favors the Hawks. So Bruni smacks it, gets it right into Lockhart. Lockhart shot's blocked by Gradicke, and with it is Mooney. Mooney hands it to Thurlman. Thurlman going to bring it back across the timeline. Brings it to the near side. She looks in the near corner with it to Mooney. Mooney trying to avoid the trap, back up to Thurlman. Back to Mooney. Mooney drives that baseline down along the block. Her pass is too low, but out to Thurlman. Thurlman takes care of it. She takes it to the elbow, back over to the far side behind the arc, and now about the head of Silex's bench. Brings it back near side, dishes it off to Howard, who's in the ball game. To Thurlman between the circles. Back on the near wing. To Howard between them again. One dribble. Thurlman, she's going to have a lane. Stops, pops for two, and it's too hard. With the rebound on the other end's Mooney, and it hangs there again. That dramatic effect, they can stop doing that any time. But Mooney, she's got 5 here in the second half. Makes it 26-16 with under a minute to go, and there's another turnover by the Hawks. They had 5 in the first quarter, and they've got 5 here in the third, and now Smith is going to pick up the foul.
It's one of those unfortunate ones. She didn't even realize where she was, and all of a sudden she's on top of somebody.
So with the basketball again is Thurlman. We're down to 43 ticks to go in the third. They swing in the near corner to Mooney. Mooney needs some help. They look back up top to Thurman. Back to Mooney again. To Thurman. Inside is taken away by Lockard. Lockard. Big baseball pass up to Bruni. She can't hold on to it. It's a little too tall for her. Goes off her fingertips out of bounds. So with 23 ticks to go here in the third, it's the Lady Owls basketball. I heard Coach O'Hara say something that do not do this, but I couldn't quite catch if it was foul or exactly what we were talking about here. Howard with it over on the far wing. I tell you what, she whips that basketball about like she whips that softball. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of it. Gradicke to the hole. That's Sarah. She's got another 2 on the night. And it makes it a 26-18 game with the buzzer shot is no good, and that is how the third quarter ends. We've got your final quarter of action coming up next here on Eagle 102.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pogue Ford, Northeast Missouri Title Company, People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, CarQuest Auto Parts, and Spare Time Bowl and Grill.
Well, Bobby, that was I think probably the best word for that third quarter was sloppy.
Yeah, and you're sitting here, and if you're Coach O'Hara and you're going, girls, we're down 8. We're down 8 to the 1 seed. You told her that going into the fourth quarter. She'd have taken it before the game started. And you got Coach Omohundro going, ladies, we have got to take care of the basketball.
Yeah, we're only up by 8 at this point. So, there's probably two contrasting voices going on here in the basketball game. In the other gym at the end of looks like they're getting ready to start the third. Van Far leads Louisiana 36-8.
It sounds like Coach Minner got her girls regrouped after what I'm sure she felt was a disappointing night the other night, just scoring 26 points.
Well, I'm not sure what we're waiting on.
We've done a lot of this tonight.
We have done a lot of this. So finally they get the ball to Silex so they can inbound it. They get it right into Sarah Gradicke. Sarah to Thurman. Thurman over to the far side to Howard. Howard dribbles with the right hand into the far corner, tries to get to Mooney, but it's taken away by Garrett. And we're going to have a travels.
Just like we talked about. I mean, it's just unforced errors that they just continue to make, which have given Silex extra opportunities to stay in the ballgame.
So with it is Howard. And it's funny, Bobby, because it doesn't matter what type of season these two are having, as there's a steal by Akers. Akers is running toe-to-toe with Thurman, lays it up off the glass, and it's good. So Taylor Akers with 2 more. But I was getting ready to say, it doesn't matter what type of season these two are having. When they play each other, it's always a closer matchup. It's always not pretty.
Yeah.
I think that's the best word to describe it. Williams shots up. It's no good. With the rebound is Lockard. Lockard brings it back the other direction. 28-18 is our score. Back to a 10-point lead for Clopton. They've led by as many as 14. Near corner with it to Bruni. Bruni working around, trying to avoid this little trap they've got going on. She's in some trouble. She gets it to Akers, and we got a timeout. Coach Street wants to talk to her Lady Hawks. We'll hear from some of our sponsors. With 7:02 to go in the ball game, Clopton leads Silex 28-18. You're listening to Clopton Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102.
Follow Area High School Sports at home and away, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
The Evans Insurance Agency is a family-owned and operated business that is proud to sponsor area athletic and academic achievements. The friendly and familiar faces of the Evans family are here to make sure the things you love are in good hands. We serve all of Missouri and Kansas, helping to protect your home, life, autos, motorcycle, boats, and business. Give Scott, Shaylee, or Alec Evans a call at 816-423-4462.
Out of the timeout, it's Clopton's basketball, and Bruni tries to get it in, and Mooney goes high and smacks it back almost in that volleyball smack there. So we're going to try it again. So Bruni looks, gets it into Akers this time. Akers working against Thurman, finds Locker, and it's too high again. That's the second time they've done that this evening, where she's got a little too high from where Locker can get off her fingertips. Thurman met at the timeline to Akers. They spin her into a trap. They throw up to Mooney, the Owls do. Mooney takes it to the block, inside to Gradicke. Gradicke shots up. It's no good. She's fouled. She's going to the free throw line.
You know, and if I'm Silex, I'm going to try to get to the free throw line as much as possible. I mean, they haven't shot the ball overly great all night, and maybe they get to the charity stripe. They can make a few of these to stop the clock and get back in the ball game.
That's Taylor Akers' first foul of the night. Gradicke's first free throw shot is off the mark. She's 1 for 2 now. So she will get a second. Sarah spins the ball one time. Set, shot on the way, and this time it's off the back of the rim. No good. Lockard with the rebound. She throws it up to Akers. Akers doesn't have the number, so she'll wait for her offense. Gets it to Lockard. Lockard swings it to Mooney. Bruni to Akers. Akers works it around, takes it inside, bounce pass to Smith. Smith is going to be fouled. I don't know about that either. Rita Thurman reached in there, grabbed a hold of that basketball. I'm not sure what they saw from their angle, but from ours, she picks up a second foul that I'm not sure she really deserved.
You noticed
Well, actually, they're not putting it up. They're saying number 22, Taylor Howard, but Taylor Howard's, I don't know what she did.
Yeah, I don't know if she was around the ball.
I didn't either, so apparently there's something we must have missed. They get the ball into Lockard. Lockard shots up, and it's good. She's got 2 more on the night. So with it is Thurman. Thurman throws a long pass up to Mooney. Mooney gets it down low to Hall. Hall, who's back in the game, spins around, shots up. It's no good. Gradicke with the rebound. She goes up. Her shot still no good. Ball's loose. Comes down to Howard, and Howard's going to be fouled. And they bend down, help Gradicke up, and they're going to tag Garrett with a foul. That'll be her second. Julia's checking in the ball game now for Howard. And I'm guessing, Bobby, based on what you looked at a little earlier, I don't think we'll see Plackmeyer the rest of the game.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
So Mooney with the basketball working against Bruni, working against Smith. Back near side with it to Hall. Between the circles to Thurman. Thurman.
Silex looks a little confused here as Clopton went 2-3 out of bounds and matched up out of it right away. And I think they were expecting one thing and got another.
Ball's loose. Gradicke comes away with that. Sarah brings it back to Julia on the near side. Between the circles with it to Thurman. Now they need to reset everything. Sarah with it on the near side. They look down low to Julia, and there's another steal in there by Bruni.
She is always in good defensive position most of the time.
Locker takes it herself all the way to the hole. No bucket, but she's going to the free throw line. And again, Sarah Gradicke reaches down, helps her up off the floor, and that's as Maddie Hall, I think, just fouled out. Man. So Hall, again, playing hard all game long. Unfortunately, she's taking an early seat with 5:24 to go here in this basketball game, where the Owls are down by 12. Kerrigan Lockard back at the charity stripe. She's been there once tonight. She's 1 for 2. First free throw shot on the way is money. She'll get a second. She dribbles the basketball, spins. Shot on the way. It rolls around. It's no good with the rebounds. Taylor Howard. Howard gets it in the hands of Thurman. Thurman brings it across the timeline. Akers giving her all kinds of space. And at this point, I can't blame her. She hasn't even tried to knock down one from outside. As Thurman spins up, gets it to Gradicke. Gradicke picks up her dribble. Back to Thurman. Thurman between the circles. So just under 5 to go in the ball game. Clopton leads 31-18 to Howard. And Howard dribbles off of Taylor Akers' foot, and it's going to roll all the way to the other end. And they're going to say it was...
Say it's off Howard's foot.
Yeah, okay. And they're saying maybe she touched it after it touched Taylor's foot, because Taylor obviously went down when it went off her foot. So Clopton has it on their end of the court as Bruni looks to get it in to Smith. Smith dribbles up on the near sideline to Lockhart. Smith is short enough, her and Bruni both, they just kind of go underneath everybody. Bruni over on the far wing gets it in down low to Lockhart. Lockhart spins.
Nice move.
Goes to the hole. Another 2 for Kerrigan Lockhart. So with it is Thurman. Crossover dribble working against Akers. She takes over the far side. With it is Gradicke. That's Sarah. Sarah spins into the paint. Her shot's up and good. Boy, Sarah's been a workhorse for them tonight. Makes it 33-20, still a 13-point lead for the Hawks. 4 minutes to go here in this ball game.
If I'm Clopton, now I'm going to make sure that Lockhart gets a touch every time down the floor, especially down the stretch here. She's been pretty effective here in the second half.
And so Smith with it now on the near side to Akers. Akers works it around, dishes it out to Garrett, back to Bruni. Well, they want to get it to her, but at the same time, Sarah Gradicke's not giving her any space at all. They lob it down low to Smith, who's slashing towards the bucket there at the block. She's fouled. She's going to go to the free throw line. She's going to get a chance to shoot 2. So Mooney picking up her first foul of the evening. She steps to the line. Is it pressure when your dad's a coach? Come on, you're like supposed to make free throws, right? And she makes this one.
She does. And I'll tell you what, from the beginning of the year till now, you're just seeing Brea become more comfortable with being on the floor with these kids and with the pace of the game. Obviously, from middle school to high school, the pace of the game's played so much differently. And she's becoming more and more comfortable with that.
Second free throw shot's no good, and Kerrigan Lockhart picks up her third foul as she went and made contact on that rebound. Oh, I like when they make liars out of us. Here comes Plackmeyer again, but she kind of limping a little bit. And my guess is her job is going to be to get the ball and take it straight to Lockhart. They want her out of this game. Here comes Thurman back the other direction. 34-20. 14 points, matches the biggest lead of the night, and Silex just turned it over as the pass was a little out of their reach. So Coach O'Heron wants to call a timeout to talk to her Lady Owls. We'll hear from some of our sponsors with 3:37 to go in the ball game. Clopton leads Silex 34-20. You're listening to Championship Basketball on Eagle 102.
Your home for area high school sports is on Eagle 102, on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Eastern Missouri Commission Company, Bouquet Florist and Gift Shop, and Jesse Owens Heating and Air.
We're down to just about 3 minutes to go here in this ball game. 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Clopton has a 14-point lead. It matches the largest of the night. It's going to be Lady Hawk basketball as Lockhart is going to inbound the ball as full court pressure comes from the Lady Owls. She's going to have to throw it over top of Rita Thurman, and that's not a short girl to throw it over. They get it into Akers. Akers pushes it in the front. She's running toe-to-toe, and she has her pocket picked by Thurman. Thurman going to walk it back across the timeline. She's picked up by Akers, swings it to Howard. Howard is looking. She's working in the middle of Silex's bench, and they're going to say she carried the basketball. So Clopton's ball again as Lockhart inbounds it long at the end of Silex's bench. They get it into Akers. She works it around everybody, and she's going to be fouled. And Lexi Plackmeyer just looks at him. She's like, what did I do? And he tried to explain it to her, and she just smiles. I don't know that I saw that she did anything, but it's going to send Akers to the free throw line where she's going to get a 1-1. That's the 7th team foul. I guess he said she stuck her hip out. Free throw shot on the way is good. 35-20. Silex has never led in this basketball game. That's Akers back at the charity stripe for the second of her 1-1. This one is no good. Lockard fumbles the rebound, ends up in the hands of Silex. With it is Thurman. Thurman will bring it across the timeline. She brings it back to the near side. Hands it off to Mooney. Mooney working this weave. They look down underneath to Howard. Howard shoots over top of everybody. It's no good. With the rebound is Lockard. Lockard to Akers. Akers dribbles with the right hand, and now Thurman? Boy, they've all of a sudden started calling this game tight.
Yeah, it's down the stretch. I think that I think they're going to want a foul, but down 15, I'm not sure fouling is going to be what you want.
Well, I don't think that they're intending to foul by any means. Akers' free throw shot is up and good because all of them seemed a little surprised. They kind of had been letting them play a little bit, and now it's they're kind of calling a few ticky-tack ones. So Akers, second free throw shot on the way, and it's money as well. So that gives them their largest lead of the night at 17 points now as Thurman hands it to Howard. Howard down low to Mooney, and Mooney's going to travel. So Silex gets some mojo kind of going in their direction, and things start going right, and those turnovers, they get to be a little pesky.
I don't know how many we've had in this game between two teams, but it's a pie.
It is a bunch. So Yates to get the basketball in. They get it into Lockard. Lockard throws it up to Akers. Akers. She works it around. She backs it up. She's working as Thurman, and Thurman's going to pick up her third. And Akers back to the charity stripe. So with 2:32 to go here in the ball game, Akers back at the charity stripe. That's the 3 trips, 3 chances for Akers to get free throw shots. First one's up and good. She'll get the second one. She's one that's almost become clutch from the free throw line for the Lady Hawks this year.
And that's an important role, especially if you're a young kid listening or you're out there tonight. Point guard's got to make free throws down the stretch, and this right here is the reason why.
And they get to Garrett. Garrett out to Yates, to Bruni. Her second free throw shot was no good. Akers with it now on the near side. She's taking it down, backs it up, works it around. She's trying to spread it out. She gets it to Lockard. Lockard brings it back, works it around, kicks it to Bruni. They're killing this clock. So Akers with it. And she's going to be fouled by Howard. Man. Okay, Silex Lady Owls at this point don't breathe on Clopton. That's going to be my advice because now that's the 10.
Yeah.
And so Akers is going to get 2. First free throw shot misses. And now ever since I talked about her shooting free throws, she's missed. So I need to unjinx this some way, somehow. Julia Gradicke coming back in the basketball game now. So Akers. Free throw shot on the way, and we worked the unjinx. It worked. It makes it a 39-20. So here come Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer brings it across the timeline. She's going to kind of hold up a little bit between the scores table and Silex bench. Now she's going to take it between the circles. We're down to a minute 53 to go. She loses a handle on it, needs some help. She's going to get it from Mooney. Mooney to Gradicke. That's Julia. She wants that 3, and she finally gets it. So Julia Gradicke had been working for that 3. She finally was able to nail it from the near corner. And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. With 1:41 to go here in the ball game, Clopton leads this one to 39-23. You're listening to Tournament Action on Eagle 102.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa, Area High School Sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Calumet of Missouri, Calvin's Restaurant, Ann Lane Boutique, Shelter Insurance, Frank Wallace, Agent, and MASH.
Here comes the Lady Hawks. Lockard with it now at the timeline. Needs some help. She picked up her dribble, and it's kicked by Thurlman. Thurlman's going to have it in the backcourt. She'll take it all the way in. Her shot's up. It's no good. Yates with the rebound. Kicks it out to Akers. Akers brings it into the front court. She's trying to avoid this trap. They work it around. Needs some help. Nope, now she's just going to work around. Now to a minute 18. Crossover dribble, and it's kicked kind of against Thurlman as kind of getting a knee on it almost as Bruni has a hold of it. Bruni to Lockard. Lockard backs it up. She's over to Akers. Akers about has her pocket picked again by Thurman. We're under a minute to go here in this basketball game. She takes it down, dishes it out to Yates. Yates with it to Bruni. Bruni backs it up, and Bruni's going to be fouled by Thurman with 44 ticks to go here in the ball game. So Bruni will head to the free throw line as Rita Thurman picks up her 4th foul. And so Bruni spins it, dribbles it a couple times. First shot on the way, and it's good. She'll get the second. Spins it again. What are we waving off? Maybe a medical thing that they need to check out with Thurman.
She's having a rough time breathing, it looks like.
Yep. So they're going to get her taken care of, and Howard checks in. Eric Schaefer to the rescue. I feel like he needs a cape a little bit. So with the basketball is Bruni. Her second free throw shot is good as well. 42 ticks to go here in the basketball game. Clopton has lead of 41-23. They beat Silex last time 42-28. So I guess we're seeing much of the same basketball game as Mooney works her way all the way around. Picks up her dribble back out top to Julia Gradicke. Mooney, long three, and it's off the mark. It's going to be reeled in by Bruni. Bruni to Akers. Akers is going to slow it down. Akers works between the circles. Takes it all the way around. She's going to, well, ball's loose, and Yates is going to have it. And she throws it in the hands of Mooney to Sarah Gradicke. And that is how this basketball game is going to end as Clopton gets the win, 41-23. We've got your Abel's postgame show coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, in a game that was anything but pretty, the Clopton Lady Hawks pick up the win, advance to the championship game as they defeat Silex by the score of 41-23. And Bobby, this game started with Clopton ending the first quarter ahead 5-3.
Yeah, I think one thing you can take away from this is championship teams and teams with experience know that if you defend, and Clopton defended well, hold a team into the 20s, you have a chance to win no matter how bad offensively you are. And it took them a while to get things going and spread things out, but they've been doing this a long time down there, and those kids know how to win, and they know they've got to continue to play well on the defensive end, and the offense will come around, and it did for them tonight.
Well, let's look at some scoring tonight. It looks like Taylor Akers stepped up and was the leading scorer for the Clopton Lady Hawks this evening. Most of her points came in the second half. She ended the night, if my math is correct, with 13. Kerrigan Locker with 10, Madeline Bruni with 9, Mary Margaret Garrett with 6, and Brea Smith had 3 on the evening. On the other side for the Lady Owls, Sarah Gradicke led their scoring with 11. Abigail Mooney had 5. Julia Gradicke, finally, she had been trying for a 3 all night, finally got one to drain in the fourth. And then Rita Thurman and Taya Williams each added 2. The turnovers, well, I'm going to have to get a calculator. I can't quite count that high. But either way, Clopton goes on to face the winner of our next game starting at 7 o'clock. Number 2, Ellsbury against number 6, Bowling Green. Silex will face the loser in the third-place game. So any final thoughts for you on this one before we sign off and take a break before we get to the next game?
No, I think that, obviously for Silex, it's great to get on the winner's side of the bracket, a chance to play for a third-place game. I talked to Coach O'Haron. That was kind of their goal, is to get in that third-place game instead of a consolation game this year. So kudos to those kids. I mean, they're a pretty young bunch. They'll be around for the next couple of years, and as we all expected, the battle-tested Clopton Lady Hawks came out and did what they needed to do tonight to get to the championship game on Friday night.
All right, we're going to step aside. We'll be back at 6:45 on air, online, on your KJFM radio app. As again, number 2 Ellsbury takes on number 6 Bowling Green. For Bobby Spoonster, I'm Marion Everhart. You've been listening to the 96th annual Clopton Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.